The attack began without warning. Halcyon Prime, a shimmering human colony orbiting a blue-white sun on the galactic frontier, had always been a symbol of peace. Its people were explorers, engineers, and dreamers, not warriors. The colony's glass spires reflected the sunrise over oceans of liquid methane, where children played beneath shimmering domes, and then the Varn came. The first sign was the Shadow. Their warship, Spear of Descent, a kilometer-long vessel of black alloy, emerging from void space like a wound tearing open reality itself. Its cannons charged, glowing crimson. A transmission followed, short and mocking. This world belongs to the Varn Empire. Humans are relics of a forgotten past. Vacate or burn. The colony didn't even have orbital defenses strong enough to respond. The few patrol ships, outdated, undercrewed, tried to resist. Their plasma rounds scattered harmlessly against the Varn's energy screens. Within an hour, Halcyon Prime burned. Cities cracked under orbital bombardment. Evacuation ships tried to flee but were hunted like prey. The Varn didn't just destroy. They broadcast their assault. Millions across nearby systems watched in horror as the once proud colony turned to ash and silence. The last transmission from Halcyon came from Governor Elise Marrow. Her face was bloodied, her voice calm but defiant. "You think we're forgotten. You think Earth sleeps. But we endure. And you will remember this day when the echoes come for you." Moments later, her city was vaporized. The Empire's celebration, the Varn celebrated their victory. In the grand halls of their capital world, under the purple banners of conquest, they toasted to the fall of Halcyon Prime. The Emperor himself, a towering, silver-scaled monarch, addressed his court from atop a dais of bone. The humans spread too far, too fast. They speak of peace, but peace is weakness. Earth is a myth now. Their fleets scattered, their people diluted. We have reminded the stars who rules. Laughter echoed through the chamber. To them, the humans were relics of the past, a civilization that had once expanded with zeal, only to retreat into isolation after the Galactic Accord centuries prior. Earth's last major war fleet hadn't been seen in over 100 years. The younger races spoke of humanity as a curiosity. Fierce once, but gone quiet, content to linger in distant, forgotten systems. The Varn believed that quiet meant extinction. They broadcast the destruction of Halcyon through the galactic nets, a warning to any species who might defy them. "See what happens," their propaganda said, "to those who trust the ghosts of Earth." When the Galactic Council protested, the Varn envoy silenced them with contempt. Humans are soft. They will mourn, they will write poems, and then they will fade. There will be no war. Earth is too old, too sentimental to fight back. And for a time, the galaxy believed them. Weeks passed. No human fleets appeared. No retaliation came. The ruins of Halcyon drifted in silence, its broken satellites orbiting a dead world. Scavenger drones from the Varn picked through the wreckage, retrieving trinkets and corpses to display in their war museums. And as the ashes cooled, a single human beacon remained active, faint, pulsing through static, repeating one line in Old Earth English, "We hear you." The silence before storm. At first, the signal was dismissed. Then, it began repeating from multiple systems. Old relay stations, thought abandoned centuries ago, flickered to life. Ancient satellites aligned themselves across long-forgotten trade routes. No messages came, no declarations of war, only that same line repeated in perfect rhythm. "We hear you." The Varn grew uneasy. Their patrols reported faint sensor ghosts, unidentified contacts in the dark beyond mapped space. Entire listening outposts went silent. When scout fleets were sent to investigate, they found only static and the cold emptiness of void. Then came the whispers. Merchant convoys claimed to have seen massive ships passing through nebulae. Vessels darker than space itself. Hulls unmarked, engines silent. No heat, no comms, just shadows gliding between stars. At the Galactic Council, ambassadors began to argue. The Keith believed it was human retaliation. The Varn mocked them. Retaliation? From who? Earth's colonies barely defend themselves. The humans haven't fielded a dreadnought in 3 centuries. But something was happening. Across old human sectors, long-dead shipyards sparked to life. Automated foundries reawakened, their forges glowing like new suns. Massive constructs, orbital rings, dry docks, weapon platforms, emerged from hibernation. Humming with power, a new message joined the signal, clearer now, transmitted from every human world simultaneously. You thought Earth forgotten. You thought the echoes would fade. But we remember. The Varn began to mobilize. But it was too late. When the echoes returned, The first blow came at the Varn border colony of Draxon 4 at dawn. Its skies ignited. From the dark beyond the system's edge, a single human dreadnought translated in Hess Retribution, an Earth-class battleship thought lost 2 centuries ago. Its arrival ripped apart the local void, gravitational waves flattening nearby moons. The planet's defense grid activated instantly. Thousands of Varn interceptors launched into orbit, their plasma lances streaking toward the human vessel. The dreadnought didn't flinch. Its forward batteries opened fire. The shots weren't plasma or rail slugs. They were pure mass drivers, tungsten rods accelerated to a fraction of light speed. Each one struck with the force of a meteor impact. Cities vanished in flashes of white. The planet cracked beneath its crust. The entire engagement lasted 7 minutes. By the time the Retribution withdrew, Draxon 4 was gone. Nothing but a cloud of molten debris circling its dying star. Across the Varn Empire, alarms howled. Fleets scrambled, outposts fortified. Yet every time they tried to form a defense line, human ships appeared elsewhere, striking with precision, vanishing before pursuit. The Varn soon learned these weren't rogue captains or pirates. Every assault followed a pattern, calculated, cold, deliberate. They were being dismantled piece by piece, and then, for the first time in 1,000 years, Earth itself spoke. A transmission, broadcast across every major channel, in every language known to the galaxy. This is the Terran Union. You struck at our people. You mocked our dead. You believed we were gone. You were wrong. The echoes of Earth have awakened. We remember Halcyon. The Armada awakens when the human fleets emerged. They blotted out suns. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. Not even during the old wars. Over 500 dreadnoughts, each one the size of a small moon, advanced in silence. Escort carriers, drone swarms, and planetary assault cruisers moved in perfect formation. Their hulls bore no emblems, no colors, only the faint insignia of the Earth itself, burned into their plating like an ancient scar. The Varn tried to counter with sheer numbers, 3,000 ships from their core fleets, forming a wall of fire across their territory's edge. It didn't matter. The human armada entered the system of Varnka Prime, like an eclipse. The first wave, automated destroyers, breached the defenses without hesitation. The second wave unleashed orbital kinetic strikes that shattered entire continents. The third wave, the ground forces, descended in silence. Drop pods glowing red as they entered the atmosphere like a rain of meteors. The Varn fought. To their credit, they fought hard. But the humans were something else entirely. They didn't rage. They didn't gloat. They advanced with mechanical precision, their soldiers clad in black armor, their drones moving like shadows. Entire Varn divisions disappeared beneath clouds of micro-swarms that stripped their armor to bone. And at the heart of it all, the voice of Earth echoed through the fleet channels. For every life you took, for every world you burned, for every child who cried beneath your fire, we return your silence tenfold. The Varn command ship, Emperor's Pride, tried to retreat. A single human vessel, Hess Vengeance, pursued. Its spinal cannon fired once. The Varn flagship split apart, its debris forming a new asteroid belt around the system's sun. The Emperor's final broadcast reached only static. The fire and the ashes. War lasted 9 days. 9 days. And the Varn Empire ceased to exist. Every shipyard turned to slag. Every capital world lay in ruins. Human fleets scoured their data archives, erasing their history from galactic memory. Even their name was forbidden on the networks afterward, their symbols deleted, their records purged. In the aftermath, the surviving races stared into the void, horrified. They'd believed humanity too civilized, too distant, too sentimental to strike back. They had forgotten what Earth truly was. A species forged in extinction, raised on struggle, tempered by loss. Humanity didn't conquer. They didn't claim territory. They simply ended the Varn, then vanished. One by one, the human fleets returned to the void beyond mapped space, their transponders silent. The last transmission from the Terran Union came 3 days later, a message sent to the Galactic Council. The matter is concluded. Let this serve as remembrance. Earth does not forget. Earth does not forgive. The echoes always return, then silence. The whispered lesson centuries later. Traitors still whisper of ghost fleets seen in the void. Human dreadnoughts gliding through the dark. Their lights cold, their purpose unknown. The Varn systems remain barren, cursed. No species dares to colonize them. In council chambers, when lesser empires boast of power, elders remind them softly, never provoke the ones who remember. Because the story of Halcyon Prime became legend, a warning carved into the bones of the galaxy. They say if you